Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another V-Build Live, and this is a solo V-Build Live. I've had a lot of feedback on various forms of V-Builds. I've had people who want to see V-Build Lives with co-hosts. I've had people who want to just see V-Build Deads. I've had people who want to see V-Build Lives with just me. So I'm just going to do all three. We're taking a look at Ironhide here. We're going to start off by building his Micron IRO. And those of you in the stream get the exclusive view in non-HD of Citizen Brutalk chilling out in the corner over here. We got in the stream a whole bunch of people who, you can see the video on my YouTube page. I tried to do this in Google Hangouts, and it hell of didn't work. You can see the results there. I might figure something else out for Google Hangouts, but for now, that totally didn't work. Something else you might have noticed is I have pre-cut a lot of this little Micron already. That's because I figured I'd try to save us a bit of time, because, spoiler alert, this deluxe toy, this is a deluxe, this is basically Cup, but as Ironhide, and a Micron, has 31 stickers! So I figured I would save us as much time as possible, and nullify all the trimming of bits. Who knows, maybe that will have minimal effect, maybe it will have all kinds of effect. We'll find out as the V-Build progresses. I'm going to zoom out the HD cam just a touch and get going on this. So once again, we got our classic Energon crystal sticker. This little dude is in a really weird, like, Unicron plastic. Makes me want to believe this little guy is, like, Bogu's cousin. He's like the Autobot ejection out of Unicron. Comes with a hot pink Energon crystal, too, which has some mold flash around it I need to trim off. Get out of there! Oh no! And I'm gonna stick this in. Come on! Am I really already stuck? This is really okay. Thank you. How you guys doing in there? Oh, we got a PR. Oh no! Oh, this thing's popping back out. Oh wait, I heard about this. Who was it? I want to say Razor Saw was asking me if there was anything that I'd heard about this guy's crystal not fitting right. So I gotta shave this down a touch. Yeah, this thing's not fitting properly at all. This is popping out. Infidel! Shave some more of the edges out of here. This ain't gonna be a pretty crystal once it's in, but at least it'll be in. Oh man! This little dick. Okay. I think I have a plan. Yeah, I gotta pop some super glue on this. We're gonna have some live super gluing, ladies and gentlemen. I got my Formula P3. Did you see that thing just pop out? Did you see that thing just pop out? Okay, first I'll try pressing upside down on the desk. Griffman had a suggestion. So we'll put it down like this. Urgh! Nah, it ain't doing it. We need to do surgery. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this in, I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put a dab of super glue into both of those dots. Right there. Okie dokie. This Formula P3 stuff, this is the stuff by the guys who do Monster Apocalypse, Privateer Press, War Machine, and Hordes are the games they are most known for. So I guess I just gotta really hold this thing together until that stuff dries. It's already having an effect. Maybe the bond is just good enough that it's keeping it in place. Man, is this the first time that I've had to use a frigging liquid adhesive in a V-Build? Like live in a V-Build? I think I might have used a liquid adhesive in another one, but wow. Not a good first impression, Iro. I'm gonna put this over here. If anyone sees that thing jump, alright, tell me. So anyway, I'm gonna stick the other leg into here. Alright, we got some stickers for this little guy's legs. So you do sticker 6 first. These stickers are real nice and shiny. I dig that. Wait a second. Am I putting this in the wrong way? I actually don't know. Dear chat, is this the right way? Wait, you can't see that. This is totally unclear. Alright, never mind. Basically, there's some cut stuff on the sticker. Like little kind of cut edges. And I have a feeling that that's actually supposed to go around this way. But the detailing matches up this way. So why are those parts cut? I'm going to do it this way. Let's call it my custom sticker job. Hooray. Oh, I see, because there's a curve there. That makes more sense. I get it now. Crisis averted. This just makes it match up with the sculpted detail even more, hopefully. Okie dokie. Blackhawk Omega, you've got a breakdown waiting for you. Best of luck. Oh, I got super glue on me. Hang on. I'm wiping that off on my leg. Like a smart person. I've gotten super glue on me many, many times. I used to be into Games Workshop miniatures building and wargaming. I was really bad at it, but I used to be into that stuff all the time. And I have sprayed my hands with super glue so many times. Don't do it. Like, you know, it's not like it's something you should endeavor to perform. But the upside is I kind of know how it worked with my skin, so it's not really the best thing to say, but I know that if I just wait a little bit till it dries, I can kind of go in there and clip off the super glue skin layer, and then I'll be fine. It's kind of horrifying to say in hindsight, but I've done it many times. Super glued myself to things and then, you know, sliced off pieces of my hand that were connected to that super glue. It's the way I show my dominance over the material. Show it that I'm the alpha. Me. Alright, got more of it on me. That's right, Cameron Holmes, bathing in super glue like men. I wouldn't recommend chewing super glue. That's a little bit dangerous. It probably isn't, but I do sometimes. The one thing that kind of freaks me out is the idea of super glue getting into my air passages, because I feel like that would be one of the most horrible and helpless ways to perspire. It's feeling your air passages closing up and realizing there's absolutely nothing you can do to free them. Terrifies me, that kind of notion. Yeah. All right, so this has been going a little bit slow already, right off the bat. It's not what I was intending. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this arm together like a champ. So we got this bit. Goes in there, and then lay his shoulder clip down. Down. There we go. I think I got a sticker I got to whack in there. Seal number 7. Alright, let's jive this together. Ah! No! Come on. Come on, play ball. Play ball with me. Thank you. Oh, this thing's all down. What army did I play in Nylock 7? I started off in Chaos, because I got into Games Workshop in grade 7, and that's just when they did their very first time updating majorly the 40k Chaos Army. I got into Games Workshop when the Abaddon the Despoiler miniature came out, and I thought he was the coolest thing in the world. So I tried to play Chaos, and I never actually really played much Chaos, because Chaos actually required a bit of thought, and like having a small number of powerful characters and things, and I sucked at it. So I jumped around all kinds of armies, because I was a kid who got a high off of buying things, and that's bad when you combine that with Games Workshop. Eventually I settled on Orcs, because I played Gorka Morka, and I maintain Gorka Morka is the finest game Games Workshop ever made in my entire experience with them. I think that it was the most fun tabletop wargaming that I have ever experienced. And I am real bummed that not only that it ended and lost all its support, but that it never really had a resurgence as far as I know. Gorka Morka was top friggin' tier. So I played Orcs in 40k after Gorka Morka was over, because I was like, well, I don't want to leave these guys alone. I have all these Orcs from my gang put together. I want to get back in this and roll with them. So I did. So I played Orcs. I played them very much in an Orky fashion. Very little regard for my own safety. Played less to win and more to just have fun and kind of infuriate the Imperial Guard players. Because they hated the way I played. A lot of people at that venue, once the Gorka Morka players all kind of faded away after a while, and I was left with all these hardcores who had no patience for the way I like to play 40k, which was like an Orc player. So, that's how I got out of Games Workshop stuff, actually, is I found that the people in my area at the time, as I finished high school, they just took the game way the hell too seriously for my liking, and they were way more interested in winning than having fun, I found. And I was like, come on. So I still have all my models, they're back in BC, but that's how it goes. Tyranids are fun, C-Mac. Baneblades from the sky. Oh man, Necrons. I was there when Necrons were like the mysterious army where the codex was like certain issues of White Dwarf. You had to have like 3 different issues of White Dwarf. That was cool. This is seal number 3. This goes where? Oh, I see. What's funny is V-Builds are actually entirely inspired by a tabletop wargaming YouTube channel called Beasts of War, who, I don't think they do it anymore, but they used to post like lengthy, multi-part, multi-hour kit build videos. And those things are what made me realize how much, like, even though I didn't play the games, I loved watching that stuff getting built, like, in the background. Like, it was the best vicarious entertainment. Like, it just felt so fun to sit back and, like, turn that on while something else was going on. Like, while I'm working on things. And so that's where V-Builds came from. It's weird, because I'm basically insinuating, like, that V-Builds... I said in other V-Builds, like, my idea with them is you turn them on in the background while you do other stuff. And so I put all this work on the V-Build Lives into the visual presentation of, like, the chat and the 2 different camera streams, even though in the back of my head my intention is for people to generally turn this stuff on while they're doing something else. So I guess I'm my own worst enemy in a way. These stickers, I can tell you right now, I have a feeling I'm going to be going back in with some super glue and dotting in the edges on these stickers so they stay down, especially these ones on the Micron's legs. They don't seem to be taking all that well to the contours. They're cut well, just that the sticky glue on them is it remains not super good. Someday, maybe I'll try that thing of, like, washing all the pieces with, like, lightly soapy water before I put the stickers on, but I don't know. That seems chumpy to me. Alright, we got a ring on this cannon. Oh, the Fall Cybertron Combaticons. Yeah, totally gonna do that. Because I believe they're doing repro labels for those, and I gotta review stuff before I repro label them so you can see them stock. And, I actually quite enjoy the Fall Cybertron Combaticons. And I'd like to share my reasons why. And the reasons why, there's many good reasons to not enjoy them, depending on what it is you want to get out of your toys. Okay, we got 2 more stickers on this little dude. This is adhering to the detail beautifully. I like these stickers. I just wish that they could actually stick down a bit better. Like, maintain this adhesion. Like, the Kabaya stickers maintain the adhesion so well, they tear apart the moment you try to take them off. At least on the Fort Max. So, I don't know. Yeah, Batimus, you should grab the others. I'd say Blastoff is a good mid-range one. I like him a lot. But you kind of got to deal with his weird shoulders. But, like, in short, the thing I like about the Fall Cybertron Bruticus, I only have the retail version. I grabbed it off Big Bad a little while ago. Like, actually last month, I think. I don't know. Listen to the podcast on TFW 2005 and pinpoint the episode in which I say I got him. But I find them really fun to mess with because there's so many moving parts in all the limb robots. Because they tried to basically, like, stuff 4 modes, not just into a deluxe, but into a modern deluxe that's been affected by the economy, capital T, capital E. And I find the results real fun, because it means that there's enough moving parts that you can actually kind of play around and figure out your own limb modes. It's neat as an engineering junkie. This guy's done. But if you're not an engineering junkie, or you're a junkie for just high-end engineering, like fancy pants engineering that's really intricate and well done and costs a lot of money, then it's probably not going to be your thing. It's more of a thing, I think, for people who enjoy like lower-end engineering or seeing what can be squeezed out of a price point. Also, we're going to sticker up some goddamn Ironhide. Yeah, Hank, that was fast. It's because I pre-cut everything, I think. That kind of helped. I'm trying not to let my hubris get the better of me and start turning over to the chat and wasting all of my bonus time. So I'm just glancing when I can. So Ironhide's got a lot of these black stickers that are like a metallic gunmetal... Well, gunmetal black, honestly. Is this really supposed to cover all that? Okay. Well, guess we'll give that a try. Whoa! Guess we'll give that a try. This is a better approach, by far. My camera angle is not as good as I was hoping. There's a lot of sculpted detail in here that deserves to be toothpicked in. But to the sticker's credit, now that I'm looking at it, I actually can see these lines painted on there. Or inked in there. It's really hard to notice them because they're black ink on dark gunmetal gray shiny paper. But they are definitely in there. I just wonder if it'd be worth going in with the X-Acto on this, but it seems like a recipe for disaster, so I think I'll avoid it. Just leave it like that. Gonstead's linking to the Spy Monkey. Sorry, links are showing up, right? Like, I turned link mode on, so it should be showing up. Yeah, toothpicking this detail in. Oh, feels good. Guard Convoy, are you worried about getting Brutalk? I doubt Brutalk will sell out. Spy Monkey tend to make a lot of... Like, when they do a run of stuff, I've never seen their stuff sell out super fast. So I suspect Brutalk will be kicking around. I mean, I can't really give an in-depth review while I'm doing this, but I mean... I think he's well worth it, but I can't remember. Are you in Canada or the States? Because if you're in Canada, the shipping might kind of suck. If you can get someone in the States to mule it for you, that would be a better plan of action. reorient this light a bit. There we go. Oh, yeah, you should, if you're in the States, just go for it. How big is Brew Talk? He's chilling out in the back there. Weaponeers and Moncaw dudes are... I don't know. They're this tall. I don't have a measuring tape handy. I know that, like, I think the Michael Crawford review gives some definite measurements on MWC. That'd be the first place I'd take a look. Like, they're not tiny. They're quite girthy for what they are, I find. Worst case, you can get a couple of them, just put them together, and then make them really tall. Ah, I'm helpful. Alright, got that rear sticker on. So let's start from the back and get going on these. Number 28. Ooh, fancy. Where did I get Fordo, Isaac B? I found him at a comic store, which I know is not the answer that someone looking for him wants to hear. But that is where I believe, if I recall correctly, that's where I found my Fordo. And those vintage Star Wars toys that I got into for those couple of weeks, I like them a lot. They're really good, but they also kind of scratch the itch, so I haven't picked up any new Star Wars toys in a while. If you can do the research and find out the ones that are the characters you like or the designs you like and that have some pretty decent engineering, the vintage collection stuff is hardcore worth looking into. I believe Big Bad Toy Store right now has a really good Darth Maul and a really good Darth Vader from the vintage collection on clearance. And I would totally recommend those two. I think I linked them to Hoopla a couple hours ago on Twitter. It's like the Final Battle Darth Maul and the new Vader. The 2012 Vader and the only vintage Darth Maul are both excellent. Very poseable. Really well done. Yeah, man, Fordo is great. Fordo is great. But yeah, it's easy to get Star Wars fatigue. I was only collecting that stuff for, like, just a little while. Only, like, I got less than 10 figures. And then I kind of felt like, alright, I'm done. I don't need to go through all this crazy, like, researching the figures before I buy them to figure out which version has the ball joints and stuff. That's why I want to do reviews of them, but I always keep putting it off, because I'm like, I don't want to have to do all the work of, like, when I'm writing the script for it, like, figuring out, especially that Darth Vader, like, I'm going to have to remember, like, alright, so when you're going to look for this Darth Vader, bear in mind, there are multiple vintage Vaders. You're not going to want this one. You're going to want this one instead. Blah, blah, blah. At least there are, like, simple numbers that you can associate with them, but nonetheless, it's... Man, that's busy work. I'd rather fill my time with non-busy work, like stickering Arms Micron toys. What? Is there sculpting there? No. Okay, it's part way down. There we go. Ooh, this stripe is neat. I've seen this debated a little bit, so I'll just say it. I actually quite like the addition of black to the red of this Prime Ironhide design. I know it's a little bit like movie referential, but I mean, look at his guns already. Ignoring that, I think it makes the deco of this truck a lot more interesting. At least from what I've seen so far. Figma Samus is great. Sorry if I'm missing stuff in the chat. The one problem of being solo is, like, I can't really scroll up in the chat. I'm just glancing at it between stickers. Oh man, stupid little... Come on! It's these little door cutouts that just want to make your day difficult. Okay, there we go. Got it. I did catch earlier on, we got a couple people in the chat who have not been to a V-Build live before, so I hope that the experience is not overly unprofessional. I mean, here at V-Build Live, we do, you know, carry a small modicum of unprofessionality, but we strive to make sure that your experience at least feels like an amusing stage show that's completely fallen apart. Okay. I'm so happy I have this other side to reference while I'm doing this first run. Okie dokie. Feel good about this. I feel good about this. Okay. The only thing that didn't quite match up was the little divot for the rivet. That was fun to say. Right over here. But otherwise, I think that we're in. HD camera shot hopefully has not been a total crapshoot. Hope that you guys in the stream are able to see what you'd like to see. Wish I could have just a cameraman on some of this stuff. Anyway. Got a couple more to do on this side. Ooh, a thin stripe. This feels like an adventure. Here we go. Let's match this up to this other detail here. Oh, come on. Yes. Yes! Okay. We got it. Whew! That was exciting. Tire stickers, I do not believe so. I'm okay with that. This kind of hubcap stuff's much easier to do with a paint pen than trying to get a sticker to work on it. And I'm pretty sure the dudes designing these sticker sheets looked at those and were like, we could probably do stickers elsewhere. I mean, they're the guys who designed the rear bumper sticker on Breakdown, but even then I think that they saw, you know, where they just need to step back and let nature take its course. Alright. So this thing goes onto the front bumper. And that is a terrible place for the toothpick to be. There we go. Right? There we go. Right? Yeah? Come on! Work! Okay, good. We did it. We did it together, ladies and gentlemen. Pats on the back. All around. All around. Pats on the back. Yeah, I kind of made this great for West Coasters. This is time right now. It's about 4:35 in the morning, East Coast time. We just had daylight savings roll by. This is a perfect time for the Europeans, and a great time for West Coast Americans who don't have anything to do in the morning. So, hello to all my my brothers and sisters out there, for whom this time has actually worked out okay. Alright, this has to go across a silver paint app. I don't really know why. Yo, guys, maybe just don't spray paint this part. Oh well. Oh, it's cast in red plastic, that's why. Never mind. Then I'm happier they spray painted that part. Ooh, Autobot symbol. Which one? Ah, the big one. Alright, we're gonna stick this up here onto his silly thing that should have had a swivel hinge. If you don't have the cup toy or this toy, you'll see why in a little bit. Blam! Let's send out a bat signal. Oh, what's this PR guy talking about now? His SH Figmarts, huh? cluttering up my Transformers chat with all of your bug men. Up, up. Stay on target, damn you. Okay, there we go. That's harrowing. Oh man, okay, line it up with the gap. Bring it around. Come on. Okay. Alright. We got this. We got this in the bag, ladies and gentlemen. We got this in the bag like Papa's got a brand new set of shoes or something. I don't know what to do with this HD camera. I'm never confident in the shot. I'm going to start from the back again on this guy. That seems to be the road to victory. Come on. Ah. I was trying to get the sticker off while looking at the chat. That clearly went well outside of my meager abilities to multitask. I'm from the generation that's supposed to be able to do that, too. That's just embarrassing. Well, I guess from one of the original generations that are supposed to do that. Like, you people who were born after 1999, like, if you can't multitask, all I'm going to say is the Millennium Child Police are going to come for you. So you better learn. You guys are supposed to be able to take in, like, multiple streams of info at the same time. It's just that none of you are supposed to be able to retain much of it. So now I've laid out your genetic expectations. It's up to you to roll with them. Oh yeah, there's some venti stuff back here. Did I not get to a lot of that on this side? No, I didn't. Wow, that's embarrassing. Come on. Get with your program. I am already a Kamen Rider toy? What are you calling me? I'm a leave all you Vocaloid guys over there where you guys can talk about Vocaloids. I got nothing for Vocaloids. I got nothing against Vocaloids, I just got nothing to say about Vocaloids. They're vocal. That's all I got. There's one thing I tried to make clear in my time on the internet. It's that getting me, or trying really hard to getting me into something will either turn out fantastically or terribly. With, like, very little middle ground. I'll either, like, fall in love with it and adore it, or I'll just, like, continue to not look at it and then start claiming I have. Whoop! The sticker's all like, why don't you respect the Vocaloids? Not to say I disrespect Vocaloids. Someone in the chat mentioned Madoka. I did watch Madoka. And I thought it was neat. I think that it's a victim of overhype, though. Like, I think I caught it... I managed to avoid hearing a ton about it before I watched the actual thing. But I think at this point, a lot of people's experiences, much like with Gurren Lagann, a lot of people's experiences are going to be tarnished when they check it out, because it's had too much build-up. People have said, oh, it's gonna screw with your mind, which means that when they get to the mind screw parts, it probably won't be as mind screwy. I'm not going to say much more, just in case someone watching this hasn't seen it, and maybe I can prevent it from being messed up for them. But if you haven't seen Madoka and you've checked out some of the animes, and you want to see some deconstruction going on, like, check it out. Just go in and don't let anyone tell you anything. It's a short show, I think, if I remember right. It was only like, it's less than 30 episodes. I think it was like 15 episodes or something. It's worth your time. What they try to do in Madoka is very interesting. You just have to... You have to promise me, if you are going to check out Madoka, you've got to watch at least 4 or 5 episodes. That's kind of the agreement. That's the Madoka contract. You gotta agree to give it what is that, 1 or 2 hours of your time? And then if you don't want to keep watching, then, bug out. Eject. I got people in the chat who are saying watch the entire show. I'll leave that up to you, dear viewer. All I'm going to say is I feel you won't have given it a proper chance for what it is if you do not watch at least 4 or 5 episodes. I will not say why. Hopefully people in the chat won't say why. If they do, that's out of my control. So, if you're watching this and you're like, I don't know, then you might want to flee right now and make a decision before someone in the chat blows it for you. Am I done? Oh, I'm done the vehicle mode. Alright. Let's quickly get into robot mode. See if transforming him tears all the stickers off as well. Oh man, the stickers are everywhere that I usually grab stuff. This is no good. Alright, there we go. That's better. The stickers are everywhere that I usually grab stuff. Watch the Magical Girl cartoon. Me. Dated this date. Isaac B. Favorite animes excluding Gurren Lagann and Gao Gaigar. I still have to finish it after all these years, but I liked what I saw of the new Daikumaru Gai King deal. That's another anime I watched. Tiger and Bunny, I like that one. That was cool. That's also a totally generic answer in 2012. Yo guys, there's this anime called Tiger and Bunny. You might have heard that it's okay. I have not seen Hellsing. Nor have I seen Haruhi. I read up on Haruhi a bit when I was at a temp job and had nothing to do, because I have incredible work ethic. Haruhi sounds real interesting, but it sounds like way beyond the commitment I want to make to watching something. Also, yeah, well, hang on a second. Let's flip this around. So yeah, we got this wonderful nonsense up here. Just stick it on the other way around. I mean, seriously, this thing was designed. Look at how the angle is cut. Try to tell me there was not at one point a swivel joint up there that was either budgeted out or discovered to not work properly. Too late into the design schema. Alright, let's sticker this dude's legs, then he's done. Namely, stickering his shins, and then he's done. Alrighty. These are real simple. These are just squares. I guess they're trying to imply that some of the side of the truck has formed the front of his legs. That's interesting. Points for creativity. There we go. Let's do the other side. I feel bad for the viewers at home, because the natural angle by which I find I do this stuff means that over the course of VBuild Live, the text chat has often ended up moving from this side over here to that side over there. So, my apologies for the OCD who have been made distressed by that turn of events. I kind of feel your pain, but not enough to want to actively do something about it. I would do nothing bad with a death note. Man, I want Black Condor. I started watching Jetman real slowly. I'm like at I just finished episode 5, so I haven't even seen Jet Icarus yet. But I'm having fun with it. It is still at least 5 episodes in. It's really interesting up front, and it remains pretty interesting, but it does kid show itself a little bit, and I don't blame it, because it's got to hit a status quo. I'm going to fold this guy's feet in, because the area I've got to get these last stickers on, it's easier if I can actually see all of it. But, like, there are parts where it's kind of like, alright, we got to status quo something here so that we actually have a Black Ranger. But I don't mind, because he's still awesome, even once he's kind of just gone like, I guess I'll join the team! I highly recommend that you guys check out Jetman if you are into Sentai. Like, it is over in Japan, it is a beloved show, as far as I've been told. I find it real interesting. The action in it blocks a whole lot like classic Hong Kong style action to a degree, which is kind of neat. And everyone smokes. Well, not everyone. 2 characters really smoke, but man, they smoke a lot. Alright, I think we got this. Whoop. You're getting away from me. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back to me. I did have an embarrassing moment of I'm not good at Asian faces in the first episode of Jetman. Oh, Bial's out. Well, oh, fine. Just leave. Just leave. Fine. But there's, in the first episode of Jetman, the reveal of the villain Maria, right after you've seen this other character, I had a feeling, the way that they showed her face, that I was supposed to be reacting to her face, and I was like, I don't get why they're making such a big reveal of her face. And then they kind of finally confirmed it in episode 5, and I was like, oh! I totally couldn't tell that face was supposed to be the same face. Ha 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 ha. And I felt really racially insensitive. So I frowned for a few seconds. And then went back to enjoying Jetman. And by the way, this guy's done. He is stickered up. Let's give him his little Arms Micron arm cannon. There it is. Doesn't fit beautifully, but it does something. That's been Arms Micron Ironhide. Let's see, what's the time mark? All right, 45 minutes. I feel good. Guys, we're going to pause. We're going to end this V-build, and then we'll be back with something else in just a few minutes. So, for those of you on YouTube, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Arr, 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 arr.